Wait, so we actually now know what happens when you die? Yep. There were studies done where they brought people into hypnosis, and here's how they described what death is like. First, they would describe floating above their body and being a little bit shook. Like, wait, I'm dead? And they look down and they actually see their body. At this point, whatever their belief is very important, because if they believe death is absolutely nothing, they're gonna be a little bit confused. And the first thing they realize is that free will still exists in this sort of state. So you're still on Earth, you're just kind of floating around, which means that yes, most people go to their own funeral. They actually go to their memorial service and listen to what people have to say about them. Why? I mean, wouldn't you? If you had free will, wouldn't you be curious about what people were saying at your funeral? And because you have free will, you can hang out here as long as you want. But eventually, everyone goes through the infamous Tunnel of Light. The Tunnel of Light is described as a portal, almost like a highway into another dimension. And this other place that they go is described as the spirit realm. And this is where souls go after they pass away. A heavenly-like place, much, much better than Earth. And in fact, described as much more real than Earth. And the very first thing people do when they get there, party. They have this big old celebration with all their soul family, all these souls they've known for many, many lifetimes. They describe it as the most incredible experience they've ever had. In fact, while they're describing this experience, usually during hypnosis, they are literally crying. They're like, finally, I'm home. But on a side note, check out that spirit realm jean dress. Here's where things start to get interesting. Also have free will here, so you can do whatever you want. People are described as recreating their childhood homes and reconnecting with souls they've known for a really long time. There's also some intimacy, and I mean like much more than Earth. When you meet one of your soulmates, you can merge with them. You get all up in their business, think of it like the best hug ever. But here's the cool part. When you're doing this mergy soul hug, you're actually able to see their lifetimes. So it's like this intimate experience where you can like enter their consciousness. After that, they describe going to this library, essentially this place where they review their last life. Like, how did I do in my last life? Did I learn some lessons? Did I grow? Did I evolve? Did I not? Because there's a lot of planning that goes into each life, so now it's time to review it. They describe being able to open these books and you go into them. That's like a book of your life. And you can go to any point in your life, you can see it from above, or you can see it from your actual eyeballs, and you witness again to learn from it. When they're describing this part, it sounds like they're trying to describe technology that doesn't exist. Like if someone 2,000 years ago is trying to describe an iPhone or an airplane. So after this, maybe you do this again, but eventually you're given the opportunity to choose your next life. You get to choose where you're born, when you're born, you choose your parents, you choose if you're gonna meet your soulmate, you make all these things called soul agreements. So that this next life is gonna be a life that you're gonna evolve and grow. So what do you need to learn in this next life? You're gonna set that up for yourself through these soul agreements or soul contracts. Keeping in mind you do have free will, so you don't have to do them. But a soul agreement might be to meet your soulmate at a specific place. Oh, also you have this soul family that you travel through time with, so you're gonna go back into Earth with a group of souls, like around 15 souls, to like your best friends, soulmate vibe, family members you absolutely love. They might be different roles in each life, but you travel through time with these different souls. There's also an interesting technology that's described in this part, which is where you can look into a potential future life. Like you have multiple options, like those parents, they're about to have a kid, and you can project yourself and kind of see what that life most likely will be like. Granted, the future hasn't been written yet, so it's like kind of an estimation. And when they do that, they usually say that, yeah, they then choose it based on that. And once they choose the life, guess what happens? Back to Earth we go. That is if you chose Earth as the planet you want to be born on. At this point, they describe actually there's a process where the soul merges with the body of the baby. There's like a two become one sort of merging thing that then, of course, when you die, it unmerges. But yeah, I thought this whole process was pretty interesting, pretty cool. So all of this was described by people under hypnosis called past life regression hypnotherapy, essentially where you bring someone into a past life using hypnosis. And when they describe how they died in that past life, this is what they say. It doesn't matter what they believe in waking world, they talk about it in this exact same way. And this didn't just happen once, like we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of times. The Newton Institute alone did 70,000 studies on this. Everyone continuously describes this spirit realm after this human experience.